It's time for a bit of van talk. I know the videos are all about the van at the moment, but then it's all about me going out in the van at the moment. Today I'm joined by Adrian from Turbostream.
Hello.
Who is a YouTuber.
Hello there.
Hello, Adrian.
How you doing?
How are you?
Welcome to Birmingham.
Thank you very much. I was going to say, where are we? We're in the middle of a lovely looking country hill.
Well, I think we're actually in Shropshire.
Oh, are we?
Possibly, or Staffordshire.
Oh, fantastic.
We're at a place called Walton Hill.
Walton Hill.
And the Clent Hills.
Right. Well, I'm very nice to meet you at this another clandestine meeting. Not only do you have a YouTube channel, but you also have a rather plush and interesting, and we did see you on one of the videos we did before, a proper motorhome. Well, what would you call it? A campervan, not a motorhome. Yeah. Let me, if I come over here. Now I'm planning to try and do this pretty much in one take as I film, to save me editing whilst I'm on the road. So here's Adrian's amazing vehicle. I'm going to circumnavigate round it just so the folks can see it. It is just rather plush. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And then there's the other side. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And against my new van, which is just over here. So, Adrian, the reason I thought it would be good for us to have a chat is you're a seasoned camper van.
I am, well hopefully, yeah, 4 years.
4 years?
Well, not on the road, but you know, 4 years camping.
Absolutely. And I'm new to all of this. Now, when I bought my van, the plan wasn't really to turn it straight into a camper van, but to be a van that I could camp in, because I will use it for a lot of day trips on my own, with the lovely Julia, with other people, for cups of tea and coffee and just to shelter from bad weather and all of that. But obviously I want to travel around a bit, see this wonderful country and camp a bit in it. Now I want to pick your brains and get some ideas.
Lots of ideas.
Lots
of ideas.
Lots of ideas. So you've already had a look at the van, and
I
of course,
have,
everyone knows it's a transit, an ordinary transit van, but it's what you do with it that's the interesting thing.
Well, there's lots of ideas you can do.
So shall we start with the cab, because a number of, not the cab so much, but the what would you call it? The inside, I suppose.
Habitation area.
Habitation area. There's a good term.
Bit of campervan speak for you.
So a lot of people have said, why don't you get rid of the bulkhead? Because you'd let in more light. You could put swivel seats in there, and
it's a good idea. And
it would make the area a bit bigger and a bit more roomy.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Is that possible?
Most people do that, and you just bolts in. Down the bottom is just a series of bolts around the outside. That's an easy thing to do.
Oh, right,
and
okay.
You have a curtain between the bulkhead and the cab area.
And rigging up a curtain would be relatively easy.
Yeah.
Just on a bit of
just on a bit of rope or a bit of string.
I'd like to keep it all quite swish, you know. I don't want it to be too DIY.
The good thing about these transits is there's a lot of customised things you can get. Lots of people put them into camper vans, so there's lots of accessories.
Exactly, and of course there's a lot of people who do that on YouTube, so one can get the ideas from them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can open that up, which would be great. Now, I know that some people said, oh, you're losing a funny place, but where else would it go? And I can't move it anyway, and I don't want to, so I'm very happy with that. But I'd like to hide it.
Simple piece of boxing.
Yeah.
Just a piece of timber with a little lid on it maybe, or make it into a table, anything.
So as long as I can still get to it, because I do actually need to use it.
Just make it into a flat. You've got a table there, just make a flat.
Oh yeah.
Is that the other way, just have it hinged.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
that's what you do.
He's very clever, isn't he? Yeah. What else have we got? What other... I mean, there's lots of little storage places that I've got at the moment.
You've got that there.
Let's come round here.
That's an ideal storage place. You could maybe put the door on the front as well. Because
what
I did notice was that you could only open this with this side door open.
Yes.
So you could put a door on the front, or you could maybe take this off and get into it that way. All sorts of little things you can do. Or make that into a drawer.
Yeah.
anything like that.
I mean, it's quite handy that you can't get into that unless you've opened the door. If you were somebody, you know, from
at night,
yes,
and you want to get in there.
oh yeah, you've got to open the door
And
and set the alarm off, as you know, a novice would do. Yeah, that would be good. The other thing is my window. It's lovely because it's dark and nobody can see in the day, unless the lights are on. But at night, when you put the lights on, people can see straight in.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I've got a towel which I just put across there, and I thought that you could get 4 magnets.
4 magnets. That's what I thought. Yeah, it's a good idea.
But that's glass, isn't it? You'd need the magnets to hit the metal.
You got a metal frame there.
Oh yeah.
Unless that's aluminium, of course.
I need to test that.
Yeah, you need to test that.
And you could test that. I know a good way of testing that, and that is with fridge magnet.
Yeah. Or even easy, just put like you've done there with a bit of string.
Bit of string on the top, yes.
And the towel.
I'd like the string looks a bit naffed.
Well, you can. That's easy sorted out.
And obviously, I have to get a piece of black string with some pegs. So now let's have a look at the boot. Come round here to my boot. I've got it's all been fashioned around these really useful boxes which they can go in. Now you told me a really great idea about
put them on runners.
Yeah.
Put them on runners. So when you've got your box, you have them on a runner, and then that becomes a cooking surface.
So yes, so that was. I thought that was a brilliant. Hang on, I'll just come around this side. So what you're saying is, put this on a runner, and it would come out like this.
And then
but it would fix, and then it would be a cooking surface, so I could cook on it, which is a great idea.
Yeah. Or you can put a flap on there.
Hang on, I'm coming round. I hope you're not getting dizzy, ladies and gentlemen. A flap on that boxing.
A flap up there.
Yeah.
Like your table, the other way around.
I mean, one of the ideas that I want to do when it's in the spring to summer and it's really nice is on the top put across some sort of beam with a tarpaulin, you know, if it's a bit cold or rainy or a bit miserable. So then you could actually just be more protected. But I do think a little trestle table down here, camping table and cook. Yeah, because I could sit in the back then.
Yeah. Or you could have a flap on there, you could have your cooking on there. A lot of people do
a flap on the door. Oh right.
On the door.
Never thought of that.
Washing up the area.
Yes, that's the other thing. I have now got a washing up bowl and a towel.
Simple frame.
Would it take the weight?
I think so. It's quite strong.
Yeah. I mean the weight of the. I mean I'm not catering for the 500, obviously.
Doesn't need to be heavy.
No.
Just a bowl with a bit of water in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. There's loads of ideas.
Loads of ideas.
Loads of ideas.
Shall we have a quick look in yours? Because in your van you've got, obviously it's a fitted van, but let's have a little look in there. Now you're standing, if I just do this and pan down, you're standing on some mats.
These are cheap mats. Just to keep the mud off.
That's really good. Yeah. So you've got the swivel seats in here, and this is, I suppose, what I wanted to see. Just if I can manipulate this, you can see there behind me how they spin. I mean, people who know this stuff will know it, obviously, but other people won't. But actually, I could do that with the same seat that I've got already.
Yeah, you just need to research the actual base for the seat.
Yes.
That's all you need to do, to find out what base goes with your seat.
Yeah, because I mean my seats are quite nice, but even if I had to completely replace them, I could possibly sell my seats to help pay for the swivels.
Yeah, yeah. These seats are just on actual swivel base, actually bolted to the seat frame. You can see it's just a swivel.
Oh right.
You see there? And they put the runners onto the base. It's actually just a bracket.
So I might be able to adapt mine.
Yeah, you could do.
So finally, lighting. My lighting is quite basic, and simplistic, and that's not to knock it, by the way. And if Paul is watching, who sold me the van, please don't get in any way that I'm not happy with it. I'm very happy, but it's just trying to find little improvements which will work with me. So the lights are good, but you had another idea for lighting. I don't want to mucky up your mat too much because it's quite mucky. I'm in. So what was,
so strip lights on this van. We've got a strip light.
Oh yeah.
And you can,
strip lights.
And it also dims. So it goes brighter. And
where do you get those from?
well, these were fitted to the van, but you can actually buy strips of the LEDs.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that would be quite nice.
Yeah.
Because the LEDs are so power, not, you know, they use so little power.
Yeah, exactly.
That's brilliant.
So maybe 2 or 3 strip lights in the van.
Especially around the in the bunk area where I snooze.
Yeah, perfect for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. How about that? Lots of ideas. No doubt there'll be tons of van talk over the next few months, but not all at the same time. So those people who want to see the walks, the countryside and all of that, yes, I'm going to be doing that. Don't panic. But at the moment, whilst I get my van up and running, as I say, there'll be a few videos on it. And I know there's some van heads out there, so trying to appease everyone.
You'll love a bit of van talk.
Yeah. Adrian, thank you so much.
No problem.
It's been absolutely brilliant.
Love to see you.
And I'm on my way to Shrewsbury now to deliver a lawnmower. Yeah, that's another story. But don't forget to follow, like and subscribe if you haven't. Give us a thumbs up. If you've got some extra ideas, shove them in the comments. Always good. But until next time, from Adrian and I in somewhere, where did you say we were?
Staffordshire, I think we're on, just on the border.
Just on the border of Staffordshire. There you go.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.